Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here. We're here at Daytona International Speedway for the first race of the season in the Frosty's Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. We're here. We're going to have an amazing time. This is Fearless up in the broadcast booth here with the Frosty's racing community here on this beautiful Wednesday night. Thank you all for tuning in. And be sure to get ready because it's going to be a fun race. 90 laps here at the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway. Here in the Frosty's Racing Community Truck Series, we are in the middle of qualifying. Michael Sexton is currently on the pole, and it was just knocked down by Sam Ballard Jr. there in that number 97, who just got taken over by James Mercy and Jesse Moody. But thank you all for taking time out of your Wednesday nights, or it is Wednesday, isn't it? Thank you all for taking time out of your Wednesday nights to come and support us and support this wonderful group of drivers. It's going to be a long race. Hopefully it's a relatively clean one. These trucks don't have the longest fuel capacity, so it's going to be fun to see how long they will be able to go on a tank of gas. We are riding along with James Mercy right now. He just took over second place on the leaderboard here in qualifying. A little bit of a race analysis here. We are in the middle of qualifying. It is going to be 2-lap qualifying. We'll come back to that. But the weather today is 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind is very, very light, about 0 to 2 miles an hour out of the northeast. So that should not play much of a factor in the race at all. It is a little bit cloudy, but it is completely dark here at Daytona International Speedway. Humidity right around 48%. So, again, not that bad. We're honestly, racing conditions looking to be pretty solid here as we have about 3 minutes 40. I'm not sure how much time we have left in qualifying. Currently out on the track, we've got a couple drivers, I believe. We'll get up to the camera angles and take a look here. This is Carson Lucas here in the number 81, currently making his qualifying lap. Number 2, I believe. Coming across the line, he will stay P15. Here at Daytona Speedway. A couple other drivers in the middle of their qualifying run. Tyler Cook and William Hovred are both on track. This is Tyler Cook here in the Advanced Auto Parts 63 machine, coming around to take the green flag, or take the white flag. Running the high line here. This is the trick for qualifying here at Daytona. In order to get a good lap, usually these drivers run first lap right against that outside wall to get the most RPMs, most momentum they can get out of their racing machines. Second lap, you go straight down to the yellow line, and you do not leave it for the entire lap. Looks like that 63 not quite able to get right up against the yellow line like he might want to. Good around the middle of the corner, though, and on the exit. He's going to stay right against that yellow line down the backstretch. Good qualifying form here at Daytona as he comes around into turns 3 and 4. A little bit of a messed up inside view. Gonna have to fix that here in a second. But as he comes around through the trioval, still keeping up right on the yellow line. He's gonna cross the line. And that will put him P number 4 on the leaderboard with a 51.2. It's a very tight racing field here at Daytona. First place, Sam Heffer, currently with a 51.19. Second place, Aiden Davis with a 51.2. Third place, Brody Poole has a 51.21. And then from fourth place all the way down to 10th, all have a 51.22 with varying numbers in the 1,000th range. So very, very tight field. Here in qualifying, as it looks like we're just waiting for the session to continue. While we're waiting here, we'll go ahead and throw a few advertisements up for our sponsors here at Fearless Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Daytona International Speedway. Qualifying is over. Drivers on the grid, ready to go racing here for 90 laps in the season opener here in the Frosty's Racing Community Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. We'll go through the grid here in a second. They are currently gridding. Looks like they're missing one driver right now. That will be Wesley Triplett that they are waiting for to get onto the racetrack. But here they come off of pit road. While they go around the racetrack, go ahead and put the grid up on your screen. Sam Hefner will be your pole sitter. Aiden Davis in second. Brody Poole will be in that number 3rd position. 4th place will be Tyler Cook. 5th place, James Grimes, Nick Picori, Michael Sexton, Jacob Wilson, Grady Lundberg, and Kason White. That will be your top 10. Jesse Moody, James Mercy, that will be 11th and 12th. 13th will be William Hovard. 14th, Sam Ballard Jr. 15th, Phil Brown. 16th, Jose Rodriguez. 17th will be Zachary Bonkic. 18th, Dustin Marr. 19th will be Carson Lucas. 20th, Aaron Zangi. 21st, Albert Powers. 22nd, Wesley Triplett. 23rd, Landon Brown. 24th is Ryder Emerson. 25th, Brighton Stonecipher. Apologize if I say that wrong. 26th will be Kevin Battering. 27th, David Glass. 28th, last but not least, Cohen Krenhawk. It is a full field here at Daytona. 24 drivers all lined up, ready to go racing. Pace car leading them through turns 3 and 4, slowly but surely, as we look to take our first green flag of the season. Sam Hefner on the bottom, Aiden Davis on the outside. Pace truck diving down to pit road. Into the tri-oval they come. And for the first time this season, green flag out in the air in the Frosties Racing Community Truck Series as they dive down, headed towards turn number 1. Great jump on the inside lane by Sam Hefner. He's got the 70 or the 20 of Aiden Davis right behind him, or outside of him. Brody Poole giving that number 51 a huge push as they head down through turns 1 and 2. Inside lane pulling ahead. 4, 5 car lengths. Outside lane falling back. Outside lane falling back tremendously. Inside lane, all the momentum. They start to make it a little bit single file throughout the field. First side-by-side battle back here is between the number 8 of Grady Lundberg. Looks like that 07 tries to get down right behind him. Not quite able to. It goes back up the track to the front bumper. The 28 up. Lap 1 is complete. Working lap number 2. Outside lane. That's fallen back quite a bit. As it looks like the leader might be having a little bit of connection issues. The 51, Sam Hefner, has disappeared a couple times. But he is still out in the race lead. Brody Poole. It says 78 on the side of that truck. That is actually the number 19. Those two drivers nose to tail leading the field. Further back, they're still side by side back here. As you see, the 51 disappears again. As they head through the tri-oval across the start finish line. What a camera angle. Here comes the outside lane fighting back. Leading that outside lane. I can't tell who that is. That looks like it's the 07. 07. Looks like that's the 22 of Nick Picori riding that outside lane. 14 gets up the track a little bit. Good move by the 22. You see the 2 car a little bit squirrely behind him. Able to hold on to it there on the outside lane. But outside lane trying to get some momentum going. It is very hard to get an outside lane going here at Daytona. Unless you have some really good pushers, they've got to be right up on the bumper of the car, of the truck in front of them. And you got to be right on the door of the car beside you as well, trying to use a little bit of that side draft to slow the inside lane down. So far, we don't see any good side drafts going on. It's just a lot of half-hearted pushing. It is early in the race. These drivers trying to keep their machines clean for as long as possible. Great racing here at Daytona. These trucks, we've been green for 5 laps. They're side by side a little bit further back in the field. Looks like that outside lane has lost yet another row to the inside, as here's the 63 now of Tyler Cook getting around Nick Picorsi. They're side by side. 28 of Jacob Wilson is pushing that number 22. 22 a little bit sideways, able to hold on to it. Now trying to get to that side draft. Getting to that door with the number 14. They're starting to pull up a little bit. Not quite able to get the run that they need to, though, as looked for a second there was going to be a third lane. Not quite able to make it work. As they head back into turns 1 and 2. Still side by side here. Nick Picorsi tried to make something work on the outside lane. He's able to get right to the door. He's starting to get a little bit more aggressive with that side draft, but the drivers behind him just seem to not want to do that just yet. As we've got a good push coming up on the outside. Here's the 28. He's going to abandon the outside lane, go down to the bottom. Nick Picorsi now will lose a bunch of time and track position, as the 2 of James Mercy now going to try to get to his back bumper to see if he can do anything about it. Nick Picorsi hanging tough on the outside of the 63 of Tyler Cook. They're not able to go anywhere yet. But here comes Mercy. And it looks like they were able to gain a row that set of corners. Here's Picorsi. He's able to get to the side draft of the number 14. That is the 14 of Michael Sexton, side by side, trying to make something work. Well, we've been watching these drivers for a while. Let's hop back a little bit further in the pack and just see what some of these drivers are doing. Got a pretty formed up pack. Let's see if we can find the back of it. We got a few drivers single file back here. 444 and 94. And it looks like there's a few drivers who have lost the draft as well. Looks like we've got a group of 5 here. A group of 5 drivers who have fallen a little bit behind, probably anticipating a wreck. Then Wesley Triplett did not start the race, so that is the only driver here on the grid who isn't actually on the track, I should say. While we were back there looking at all that, look at this outside lane. Nick Picorsi with a great push from James Mercer. They've got something going. Oh, they're wrecking. Mercer gets sideways. He takes out the 20. They're wrecking a lot. Lots of drivers involved back here in the back. It's a big one at Daytona on lap number 8. We were just talking about how they had to get aggressive pushing. Well, whoever was pushing Mercer got a little bit too aggressive. Mercer gets sideways and multiple drivers involved. 3 drivers with a meatball. 5, 6 with black flags. It's a huge one here at Daytona International Speedway. And it's time to go back and watch that replay, boys. So we'll go ahead and pause it right here. Just remember, the 2 of James Mercer is in that number 2 machine. That is the first driver that we saw sideways. So go ahead and play forward. Nick Picorsi had been leading that outside lane to a great run. See where it all went wrong right there. It looks like Mercer... there wasn't any contact. Mercer just gets sideways by himself. It looks like there might have been a little bit of aero problems between himself and the car behind him. Can't tell for sure because there wasn't any contact. Mercer goes up the track, gets sideways. That is 100% aero. Nothing he could have done there, as you saw the car just knocked sideways. It goes down into the 20 of Aiden Davis. And it's just on from there. Well, let's see if we can... Let's see if we can ride along with him and see what he saw. So we are riding along with the number 2 of James Mercy. This is the driver who spun it here in the tri-oval. Let's go ahead and put it at slow motion as we head over here to where the incident happened. Wait for it. I think I put it on slow motion a little bit too early, but it's okay. Right here, he goes up the track. Well, the steering wheel is angled to the left. He's trying to steer back in line, and then all of a sudden, it looks from the inside like he got turned. We saw the replay. Nobody made contact with him. That is strictly Arrow turning that truck around. Nothing that Mercy could have done. That truck just out of control. And it's just on from there. A huge crash here at Daytona. Multiple drivers involved. And the caution will fly. Thank you for tuning in. If you are just now tuning in, this is Fearless up here in the booth with Fearless Broadcasting. We are here with the Frosties Racing Community Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. Be sure to drop a like, drop a chat down there, shouting out who you're cheering for here throughout the field. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. We could not do what we're doing without people like you showing up and supporting us, and we deeply appreciate it. Sam Hefner is in the lead. Brody Poole is in second. James Grimes is in third, and Nick Picori is in fourth. Michael Sexton is in that fifth position. That is your top 5. Looks like we are 2 to green, from what I can tell. Looks like pace car should turn the lights off this time by. And we'll get ready to go rack him up and try him again. It was a very good, pretty decent green flag run. We went 8 laps. It looks like just about everybody did stay out. Looks like most of the field actually came down pit road to top up on fuel. So, for what we can tell, fuel window is pretty small. Alrighty, here we go. Pace car, lights off here in Daytona. Brody Poole is in second. Jason Grimes in third. Nick Picori fourth. Michael Sexton fifth. And looks like Tyler Cook is back there in that third row. Inside lane has appeared to be dominant for most of the night. Outside lane did have a run before that wreck happened. It's just one of the dangers of drafting at Daytona. If you got somebody behind you, it's going to be... If you have somebody behind you, there's always a chance that that air will turn you around. Like it did, unfortunately, to James Mercy. Alrighty, pace truck leading them around. Down the pit road he goes. It's Sam Hefner on the bottom. Brody Poole on the outside. Green, and Sam Hefner. Great jump as Poole trying to hold on to that second position, but that number 18 of Jason Grimes has got to run. He's got to run. He's got to push her, but here comes Poole. Poole with Picori pushing him on the outside. They're not going to be able to do anything as that inside lane forming up. Car on the apron. Holds on to it. Very smart driving by that driver down on the apron. That was Sam Ballard Jr. almost with a big crash. Had to go down on the apron. Good job slowing down. That shook up the inside lane for a second. But out front is Sam Hefner. In the lead, Jason Grimes in second. Michael Sexton and Jose Rodriguez. Poole stuck on the outside lane. Nowhere to go. He's got somebody behind him pushing him hard. But they're just not able to turn around the momentum that they lost during that whole debacle. Down now to the outside of Picori, who moved down to the bottom not too long ago. Picori will get around him, and now here comes Cook. Tyler Cook now trying to get around him. Here's Picori now diving back down to the outside lane. Trying to get in front of that number 19 of Poole. Trying to get some momentum going. We'll see if they can. They've got to run. They're to the outside of Jose Rodriguez and that number 92. They're still pushing. Picori trying to get a little bit of a side draft going. He's able to do it now to the side-by-side with Sexton. Here comes the outside lane. First decent run of the night with only 5 drivers in it. Working lap 15 of 90. We've got a long way to go. They're racing really aggressive. Here comes the 18. Jason Grimes to the outside. They're moving around on the outside. 3 wide. Poole gets stuck in the middle. Poole dropping back. They're not able to side draft this corner, but it doesn't matter. James Grimes still to the race lead. Jason Grimes, to the race lead. Hefner with a big push from the 14 of Michael Sexton, not able to make it work. Jason Grimes takes over the race lead with Picori on his back bumper. Oh, 3 wide. Picori gets stuck in the middle. Jason Grimes had a dive down to the bottom. That was almost a big wreck. Landon Brown was the one who made that ultra aggressive move. Not sure why he did that. Picori now stuck in the middle, and the outside lane is failing fast. Picori made it down to the bottom. Jason Grimes comes away with the race lead. Now Landon Brown trying to recover. They lost a lot of ground to that inside lane, but they've got 4 drivers and they're pushing hard. Landon Brown now side drafting. 14 goes up. 14 of Sexton goes to the outside. He's going to run. He goes to the outside of Hefner. Will they be able to make it stick? The 14 of Sexton now the face of that outside lane. Here's Landon Brown trying to do it again. He takes it 3 wide again. Landon Brown wants to be the driver leading that outside lane. He will move Michael Sexton to the back of the pack. What a move. Now Landon Brown back where he started alongside Picori. They've lost a lot of ground again. Can they make it all back up? Jason Grimes is still leading. Sam Hefner in second. Jose Rodriguez in the third position. Tyler Cook and Landon Brown side by side here for the 4th position now. Great racing here at Daytona. Picori now to the inside of Landon Brown. Outside lane starting to lose a little bit of ground. Can they make it back up here? Working lap number 18 coming to lap 19. 19 of Brody Poole trying to push that Landon Brown machine, but the outside lane, something has happened. Momentum has drastically shifted. Landon Brown falling back even further. It's all that inside lane. Tyler Cook. Here's Pecori to the outside. Nick Pecori back to the outside. Race been the whole night. Brown abandons him. Goes down to the bottom. What a move by Brown again. Now back to the outside. Landon Brown wants to lead that outside lane. He's side by side with the 94 of Kevin Battering. What an aggressive racing back here between these drivers. Pecori down to the bottom. Outside lane falls apart. It's now only Landon Brown and Brody Poole. Oh, 94 went up to the outside. But no, Landon Brown don't push him. He goes around him on the outside. Now outside lane with 4 drivers. It's Brown and Poole, nose to tail. 94 and 41 right behind them. Oh, we got somebody poking out. Jose Rodriguez. Hey, Tyler Cook going to the outside. Rodriguez with the run. He gets to the bumper of Grimes. Grimes blocked. And they both went back down to the bottom, but Cook has to run the outside. Hefner falling back. Here's Rodriguez. He gets to the outside of Grimes. Grimes with no help. They door bang. Caution flag. Stage win for Jose Rodriguez. What a finish to stage number 1 for the 92 of Jose Rodriguez. Able to get to the outside of Jason Grimes and gets a push from Tyler Cook. He will take that stage win away. Great racing here from Daytona International Speedway here in the opening race of the FRC Frosty Racing Community Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. Stage 1 is in the books. We still got 70 laps to go. Stage 2 probably coming around lap number 40. But we are under caution here. We got somebody in the chat rooting for David G. David Glass. That is David Glass back there in the number 84. Currently running in that 9th position. Having a pretty decent day in that Castrol Edge black and green machine. If you're just now tuning in, this is Fearless here with Fearless Broadcasting in the Frosty Racing Community Truck Series. Be sure to drop a like. Hop in the chat room. Let us know who you're cheering for and how you think of the awesome races we've seen out here so far today. And last but not least, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So that we can continue bringing you the best league racing from all across iRacing. Multiple drivers coming down pit road. It's everybody, boys. It's everybody. Pit road is busy here at Daytona International Speedway. While we're watching pit stops, we'll go ahead and show some ads from a few of our sponsors.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish! It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
GC Spider Motorsports takes home the 1, 2, 3 finish.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Daytona International Speedway, working the second caution flag of the day after an amazing end to stage number 1, won by Jose Rodriguez back there in that number 92. Great racing among the front, especially between himself and Jason Grimes. We're here ready to start off stage number 2. Zachary Bonekick. I don't know how to say that. Zachary, if you're watching this, I apologize. Be sure to tell me how to say your name before the start of the next race. Aaron Zongi right beside him in that second position. Tyler Cook in third. Jason Grimes in fourth. Kason White in fifth. And Jose Rodriguez is going to be restarting in that sixth position. It's been some great racing so far. And it's most certainly going to keep up. Alrighty, pace car, lights are off. They're all lined up, ready to go back to racing. Pace truck leading them around through turns 3 and 4. Here we go. Green flag in the air. A little bit of tire spin from the front row. They make it through it. Zachary with a good jump. Trying to pull away. Zonky down to the bottom. Jason Grimes up high. Trying to make something work. Tyler Cook behind him in that third position. Third in line, Jason Grimes, Jose Rodriguez, nose to tail, pull. Also right behind him, trying to get that momentum rolling on the high side. Here they come. Jason Grimes working hard. He's to the outside of Zoggy. 78 goes up the block. Late block by the 78. Grimes, aggressive move. He gets to the outside. Ball kick back to the bottom. Grimes now looking for the lead as they head through 3 and 4. Jason Grimes back to the race lead. Some movement back in the pack. Jose Rodriguez stays right to his back bumper. As now Brody pulls. He stays to the outside. He's got that Nick Picori 07 machine right behind him as they head through turns 1 and 2. Now looking for the backstretch. Poole trying to make something work with that outside. Here they come through 3 and 4. It's a dead heat for the race lead. Inside lane a little bit better form. Outside lane though gonna have momentum from that high lane. Big run from Nick Picori in. Brody Poole will take the lead. Moves down to the bottom. Thinks twice about it almost. Almost looks like he changed his mind for a second. Picori now leading that outside lane. He's got a push from the 7 of White. That's Kason White back there in that number 7. They're trying to get that outside lane back up going. Taylor Cook third in line. Brody Poole, your race leader, controlling both lanes so far. Very close racing. Here comes Picori. Picori, he's got a fender alongside. He's got a fender to the outside. Look at that side draft. Staying right down to the dollar a pull. One racing for the race lead. It's another drag race. down the front stretch to the start-finish line. Pecori will take the lead here at Daytona. Gets a little bit squirrely there from that push from the number 7 of White. Hangs on to it. He gets squirrely again. Big push from the 7. They will lose some momentum there. Brody Polnack down to the inside lane trying to make something happen. Tyler Cook will drop out of the outside lane. That's going to slow the whole outside lane momentum. It's 3 wide. They almost take it 3 wide. It almost looks like they think better of it. And look at how much time the whole inside lane lost. That will allow Nick Pecori to take the race lead here at Daytona. And it's a mess behind him. Here comes White. He's got to run on the outside. Can he do anything with it? Not yet. He gets to the outside of Pecori. I believe he does. Side by side for the race lead. It's White on the outside. Pecori on the inside. White has it. Pecori takes it back. For a second, but Case and White will surge ahead on the outside lane with a great push from Kevin Battering. But no, Pecori fights back again on the inside lane. Side by side for the race lead. Big push from Brody Poole. That will push Pecori back in the lead, but wait for the outside lane momentum. 94 to the bumper of Case and White. Big shove to the lead. Goes to 7 again. Ten laps to go, I believe, till the end of stage number 2. Case and White will take over control now to the bottom. Trying to control both lanes, though. He's kind of stuck in the middle. He's better be careful about that. We've seen some of these drivers get really aggressive when drivers do that. Case and White will stay to the outside lane. Nick Pecori will take the run. But yeah, they better be careful if they go trying to block in the middle like that. We've seen drivers like Landon Brown not too timid to take it 3 wide. As Case and White doing a great job of controlling both lanes right now. Great racing here at Daytona International Speedway. Look at the push that Brody Poole is giving Nick Pecori. Pecori trying to do a little bit of side draft on that straightaway. I got the 78 extremely sideways for a second. Good save by that number 78 of Bonsick. As now Case and White faces challenge from Nick Pecori. Pecori trying to make something happen on the inside. Case and White stays up high. Stay with that pusher. Kevin Battering. He goes out of block. He's already not clear. Great run by the inside lane. Can the outside lane do anything about it? Here comes White. White with the run with that outside lane momentum, but the inside lane really formed up, ready for turns number 1 and 2 up here. Can they do anything with it? But no, Case and White moves down to block that inside lane run that he knows is going to come through this corner. As you saw, Poole falls back tremendously down that straightaway. Great racing here for the race lead. Case and White has been in control for multiple laps now in this great side-by-side action. Here at Daytona, look at that. 20 plus drivers all running side-by-side, inches off of each other, and not really messing up at all. It's been a very clean race so far. Case and White doing a great job of controlling the field. You can see him moving down to the bottom in the corners, and then moving back up to the outside in the straightaways. Well, it looks like that outside lane's starting to fall back a little bit. Kason White managed to get down to the bottom in time. He's ahead of Nick Picori and Brody Poole. Those drivers are 1, 2, 3. Drivers on the apron. That's Sam Hefner back there, merging back up into traffic. Kevin Battering trying to make something happen of that outside lane. He's got a big push coming from that 78 of Zachary Bonsick. A little bit squirrely there, but it's okay. 98 of Jesse Moody back there, coming up with a push. Bonsick with a very aggressive push to that number 94. He gets loose, goes up the track. 98 not sure what to do. He turns him. And what a save by the 78 of Zachary Bonsick. I don't know how he managed to hold on to that. We stay green. Needless to say, the outside lane is no longer there. But we are still green, and that is amazing considering how sideways that number 78 got after a huge checkup. And the 98 kind of getting into him a little bit in the wrong way. Great racing here so far at Daytona. Great save by that number 78, really. That was impressive. But we are still green. Outside lane trying to get back together at the moment. Not a whole lot of drivers. Kason White is in the race lead. He's got Nick Picori behind him, Brody Poole, Jason Grimes, and Jose Rodriguez. That is your top 5. Tyler Cook back there in the 6th position. And don't look now. Here comes the outside lane again. Kevin Battering, Zachary Bonsick surging ahead on the outside lane. They're side by side with Tyler Cook. They've got some good drivers up there. You see the 97 of Sam Ballard Jr. third in line. There's Jason Grimes going to the outside. Things about to get shaken up here in the front. Jason Grimes led most of that first stage. Now trying to do the same thing here in this second stage. As we're coming to the end of stage number 2. Stage number 2 will be at the end of lap number 40. These drivers driving hard. Oh, Kason White went up to the outside. I'm not sure if that was by design or if Nick Picori got inside of him. Picori to the lead momentarily, but Kason White, he's got a huge push with the 18 of Jason Grimes. Look at this run. Kason White to the lead. Once again, he's got a huge run with Jason Grimes on his back bumper. Nick Picori trying to make something work on the inside. And once again, we are side by side for the entire field here at Daytona. Top 2. Both on the outside. Oh, Kason White gets a little bit sideways. Grimes gets to the outside. White forced to go down to the bottom. Can't Picori push him back out to the lead again, or will the inside lane start falling? Grimes to the outside. Looking for the lead. He's got it. Great racing here between Grimes and Kason White. No, let's ride along with one of these drivers. Let's ride along with the number 07 of Nick Picori, who is trying to push that number 7 of Kason White to the race lead. And you can see how close the racing is here. Let's go a little bit further back. Kevin Battering took it 3 wide. Oh, it's close racing up here. Now on board with Jacob Wilson. Running in that outside lane, you can see. If there were to be a wreck that happened, he could not see a thing. Nose to tail, bumper to bumper, outside lane has fallen back dramatically. Probably happened with that 3 wide action we saw. You see Wilson going down to the bottom. Oh! Stonicifer. A little bit of a late block there to the bottom. Oh, here comes the outside with a run momentarily. It looks like Cason White was able to get in between Grimes. Oh, no, Grimes took the lead. Moved down to in front of Cason White. You've got Nick Pecori back there, and here comes the outside lane again. Zachary Bonsick trying to make something of a huge run. They just passed 3 cars on the outside. To the outside of Grimes they go. To the finish line for the stage win. I believe it's Zachary Bonsick. Maybe not. Okay, I think I called that a little bit prematurely. But Zachary Bonsick, great run. On the outside, here's Grimes fighting back. It's a dead heat down the backstretch. The top 3 of both lanes, nose to tail, trying to push their driver ahead. Here they come, side by side again. Ball gets sideways. He saves it. They're still getting sideways and almost wrecking behind him. Somehow, no caution. They keep it together again. 3 wide for the lead. Zachary Bonsick gets taken 3 wide. It's Grimes on the inside. I think that's Ballard on the outside. First time we said his name in a while. Sam Ballard Jr. to the outside for the race lead, but he's got no help. Jason Grimes with a big push from Cason White. The 22 of Nick Pecori behind him. Outside lane falling. Sam Ballard Jr. falling back to the bumper is Zachary Bonsick. He's lost a lot of ground as they get 3 wide. Squirrely almost wrecking again. A lot of aggressive racing here in the main pack. Bonsick, hard into the outside wall. The 84, not sure who that is, gets turned head first into the outside wall. No, that was Tyler Cook. Well, Tyler Cook also involved. But we're gonna have to watch some replays of that because there was all kinds of drivers. Oh, that was a 94 of Kevin Battering who was involved in that. And still not entirely sure what happened. Let's see if we can pull up a replay right there. Who was that on the outside? Trying to get a little bit better of a camera angle here. Well, anyways, whoever was on that outside lane got turned by that gray and blue car right there. Kevin Battering is in that 94. You see him. He kind of fell back right there. Here comes Tyler Cook. He's got to run. He actually tags. There might have been a little bit of net good, but he turns the 94 headfirst into the wall after taking him 3 wide. And then Kevin Battering fighting it all through the front stretch, trying not to go out in front of everybody else. Definitely an unfortunate turn of events to bring out our 3rd caution flag of the day. But hey, it's better than a big wreck, for sure. So caution flag out on the racetrack. 3rd time today, 2nd time for incident. And everybody is going to come down pit road. Alright, so it looks like that caution flag will be the end of stage number 2 here in the Frosty's Racing Community Truck Series. Just heard firm race control. I believe it was Jason Grimes who was in the race lead when that caution came out. A lot of good racing for the race lead there in the last couple laps. And that can only promise even better here for the final stage. Brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Going to throw a few ads up on the screen while we wait for us to go back to green. Congratulations to Jason Grimes for the winner of stage number 2.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Daytona International Speedway season opener here with the Frosty's Racing Community Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. Jason Grimes, your race leader. He's led a lot of laps so far today. But it's been a tough battle between a lot of these drivers. It's been very fun to watch. Jason Grimes has led 13 laps so far today. Kason White to his outside has led 9 laps. Zachary Bonsick has led 4 laps. As pace car coming down to pit road. Through the restart zone, through the gears they go. Jason Grimes, Kason White. Big jump by Kason White and Jason Grimes. Outside lane behind him does not go. Picosi trying to get back up through the gears, but Kason White all by himself. He's going to lose so much time. Through 1 and 2. 78 of Zachary Bonsick up to the outside in front of that number 7 of Kason White. Kason White down to the bottom. Bonsick all by himself. There's Picosi down there with him. Here's Bonsick also to the bottom. And how about this? Sam Ballard Jr. and Sam Hefner. 2nd and 3rd. Back up to the front again. Hey, if you're just now tuning in, this is Fearless here with Fearless Broadcasting. Be sure to hop in the chat, throw up your favorite driver, who you're cheering for, what you've had fun watching here today. We've seen a lot of fun racing. We've seen a few crashes, but it's been a lot of good green flag racing here at Daytona. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. As looks like Picosi moves up to the outside lane in front of that number 8 of Grady Lundberg. Here's Kason White. He thinks about it and then goes back down. As they work their way down the backstretch, working lap number 49 of 90. We've got about 40-ish laps to go. Still a long way to go, but it's been great racing here. As Jason Grimes in the lead, Sam Ballard Jr. not quite able to hold his line quite as well. But that outside lane finally finding some traction. Here we go. Zachary Bonsick on the outside leading it. He gets to the outside of, I think that's Brian Stonecipher. Great side-by-side action. Outside lane trying to work their way up. You see Brighton Poole down there on the inside lane. Zachary Bonsick almost lost it through that corner. They lost about a car length worth of time to the inside lane there. Kason White now back to the back bumper. They've got to get that 78 out from in front of this pack, because that 78 is slowing this pack down so freaking much right now and just cannot hold the pushes. Kason White and Nick Pecori have been able to give and take out. Side by side now with Brody Poole. Zachary Bonsick still slowing that outside lane down. They're trying to work their way back up. Kason White's got a good push going right now. As they come around through, coming up to the tri-oval. Here we go. Bonsick, he's got to run. He's able to get around Poole for a second there. Here he's now to the outside of Brighton Stonecipher. He's got to run. Can he do anything with it? Outside lane finally able to get some momentum up on the board. Kason White now to the bumper of that 78. They're starting to lose ground again, though. Brody Poole leaving a space there on the bottom. Zachary Bonsa stays up on the high side. They lost about that car length that they had gained earlier. Case and White all over the back bumper of Bonsick. Working lap number 52 here at Daytona. We should expect a green flag pit stop at some point in this stage. Not sure entirely when, but it will happen. Unless we have a caution, of course. Which has been some very clean racing here. You see that number 24 of Boncypher. Good run, good handling on that inside lane. Zachary Bonsick just not able to get any further than past this 24. It seems like that outside lane is just stalled out. And they need to get down and hug that inside lane a little bit better. They're not getting the side drafts that they were getting earlier in the race. If they can get down and start side drafting that inside lane, they might be able to make some time. They're struggling right now, about 3 to 4 car lengths off of the leader. Fighting hard for every inch. Inside lane, still leaving that big gap there. Brody Poole, Zachary Bonsick, down to the bottom. Oh, this is going to make things interesting. Alrighty, Nick Picory and Kason White. Now, no tail there on the outside lane. Can they pull that outside lane further up the chain? They're already side by side with Bonsick. Behind them, you've got Grady Lundberg. Those 3 drivers, along with the 14 of Michael Sexton. They've been playing around in that outside lane for most of the race. Oh, big checkup. Big checkup on the outside lane. That's going to severely hurt the run that they had. Not even sure what happened. But you know who took advantage of that? Juan Rodriguez, stage 1 winner, gets up to the outside lane. Giving that 8 a huge push. It's going to transfer to Nick Picory. It's going to transfer to Kason White. Oh, somebody goes up to the high side. I think that was Stoncypher. The 24 or the 78, one of the two almost loses it. Stoncypher up to the outside lane. Definitely a slight checkup on the outside lane, but they have got their momentum back, I think. There's the bumper. Kason White trying to push that 24, but again, they're just not doing the side drafting that they need to. Kason White and Nick Picory, they're able to get down there, but that 24 just is not hugging the inside lane the way he needs to. So they come around working lap number 57. A little bit of squirreliness back there in the back of the pack. They better be careful. Oh, big bump. Juan Rodriguez, big push to the number 8. That could have been a huge push for that outside lane, but it looks like the 8 checked up. As you see, Stoncypher headed back down to the bottom. They've lost a lot of ground with that 24 up in front. They just don't have the run that they had earlier in the race. Here in this third stage, inside lanes just seems to be more dominant. As they continue to work around, working lap number 58, we're going to have about 22 laps to go. Or, no, 32. God, I can't do math. Jason Grimes is still your race leader. Sam Ballard Jr. is in second. Third place is Sam Hefner. Zachary Bonsick is in fourth. Kason White and Nick Picori. They've gotten that outside lane back up and running, even if they only got 3 drivers all in a row. Kason White and Nick Picori trying to make something of it.
They've gotten to the outside.
Kason White trying to bring that outside lane a little bit further up. They just don't have the people that they need at the moment. But again, we've got a long ways to go. We still got about 30 laps to go, and we got a great 5 pit stops to do. So the best thing these drivers can do is just calm down, get in the line, and ride around for a while. Maybe save some fuel. So I know for a fact Kason White and Nick Picori will definitely have been burning more fuel than drivers like we saw Brody Poole running on the bottom, leaving a little bit of a gap between himself and the car in front of him because he was saving fuel so he could go a little bit longer. It's going to be all about fuel strategy later on in this event. And there we go, 30 laps to go here at Daytona International Speedway. If you're just now tuning in, this is Fearless here with Fearless Broadcasting, bringing you the season opener for the Frosties racing community, Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to hop in the chat, drop a like, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It's been a very clean race so far. We've only had 3 cautions. There was one big crash on around lap 10. Then the stage 1 caution, and then there was a crash right before the end of stage number 2 that they made the stage 2 caution. While we've been sitting here just watching these cars go around the track, Kason White has worked a miracle here on the outside lane once again. Kason White and Nick Picori have gotten to the outside of Sam Hefner. Battling for third. Can they get up to the race lead again? Kason White in that number 7 has been one of the fastest drivers on the track the entire night, especially up there on that outside lane. He has led that outside lane back to the lead more times than I can count. Jason Grimes trying to hold on now to the outside of Sam Ballard. Here comes that number 7 of Kason White. Once again here at Daytona, looking for the race lead. He's got to run. He's got Nick Picori behind him. These two drivers have done a great job of working together all night long. And now, once again, with 28 laps to go, Kason White will take over the race lead from Jason Grimes. Here on the outside, the 8 truck almost gets spun into the inside lane. Good save by him, but Kason White got down to the bottom in front of Jason Grimes just in time. Nick Picori now trying to hold on, but Grimes gets around him. Picori trying to get a push, trying to get a run going. He's got Lundberg behind him, the number 8 of Grady Lundberg. is pushing that number 22 of Nick Pecori. And they have lost a lot of time ever since Case and White went down to the bottom. But they're starting to try. They're trying to get that time back. They're currently side by side with Hefner. A lot of moving around going on. Something happened to the outside lane. Look at the space that is between Pecori and Lundberg. They're going to lose so much time if they don't close that gap up. Oh, Pecori gets turned! Nick Pecori gets turned into the field from the inside lane. The 14 of Maxwell came up the track on Pecori while he was side drafting. I don't see a lot of damage to that 22, but needless to say, that will bring out the caution flag, and just in time, too. Huge bummer for the heavy left front damage. I see that now. Possible out of alignment wheel. That's got to be about 5 minutes of damage minimum. Tough break for that number 22. You can definitely see wheels are out of alignment. So heavy damage for that number 22. Let's see what happened. Alright, so he was side by side with Sam Hefner. Sam Hefner is that 51. You see the 22 running the number 07 number on the car. And then you've got the 14 of Maxwell, I believe. Michael Sexton. I don't know where I came up with Maxwell. But Michael Sexton there in that red 14 machine. See what happens down the backstretch. Pecori side drive, yep. Sexton comes up the track on Pecori, and that will spin him around and cause a huge wreck, which it could have been bigger. But definitely not what these drivers wanted. That will take out Hefner. You see the rear tires going airborne there. He gets into the 78 of Zachary Bonsick. Brody Pohl makes it through. That 51 just keeps spinning out. Looks like he takes out the 84 as well. So, thankfully, a lot of the drivers ended up spinning onto the apron. So, not as many drivers involved as could be. But definitely hard break for that number 22. Thankfully, here at Daytona, you can fix a lot of damage, but it's still going to take a little bit to get that wheel back in alignment. Hopefully, we will see him back up at the front sooner rather than later. We are under caution for the 4th time here at Daytona International Speedway, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa. Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Daytona International Speedway and the Frosties Racing Community Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series season opener. It's been a great race, only 4 cautions. We are nearing the end. We've got about 22 or 23 laps to go. And lights on the base car are off. We are about to get ready to go back to green. We are about to get ready to go back to green. Lights on the base car are off. He's about to get ready to dive down to pit road. Here we go. Case and White, race leader. St. Ballard Jr. on the outside. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona International Speedway. 22 laps to go to crown a winner here in the season opener. And it's Case and White so far. He's got the 14 of Michael Sexton behind him. Great formation on the bottom lane. Can they keep it up? Coming up to speed through turns 1 and 2. White up the track. He blocks the 97 of Junior. Inside lane coming up with the run. Juan Rodriguez all over the back bumper of that 7 car down to block 14 up the track. Almost takes out the 97. It's okay though. They keep it straight. Case and White still on the bottom. He's got about a half car length between. Or about a car length now. The outside lane is behind. Ballard Jr. trying to make something happen. He's got, I believe, Tyler Cook. No, Tyler Cook's on the bottom. That's the 28 of Jacob Wilson up there on the outside lane with him in that number 28 Ram machine. But we've got 21 laps to go, and Case and White is in the race lead. Controlling both lanes. Here comes Ballard Jr. with the run. Ballard Jr. It's a dead heat for second. White senses the run on the outside, but it actually comes on the inside. Michael Sexton, Case and White, side by side. Case and White trying to hold on. He's got a push from Ballard Jr. Michael Sexton with a run down on the bottom. Sexton getting a push from Juan Rodriguez and Tyler Cook. They're all really formed up well on the inside lane. Case and White trying to hold on. Oh, they go 3 wide behind him. That's Poole. Brady Poole takes the Jacob Wilson machine 3 wide. Case and White still holding on to the race lead, but that outside lane starting to fade. Pull up the track, almost in the wall. He's got a big push from Grimes. They move down the lane. Oh, White almost gets spun by Ballard. Good save. That third lane is still coming, though. 3 wide racing through most of the field. Here comes Grimes to the outside of Ballard Jr. Case and White now tasked with trying to figure out which lane is going to have the more momentum, the far outside or the middle. He chooses outside the middle lane now, side by side. They're getting squirrely. There was almost a wreck. Now the inside lane falling far behind. Here comes Case and White. Brody pull, excuse me. Jason Grimes, those three drivers, all nose to tail up against the wall. Trying to pull this outside lane back to dominance with only 18 laps to go. Juan Rodriguez is going to go with them. He almost gets sideways. Let's go back down to the bottom. Here they come. Down into the backstretch. Case and White. Big run to the race lead he goes. Case and White back up top. Can he hold on though? Brody pull. Jason Grimes, they're all pushing him, and they have three cars out front. Here comes, how about that, Landon Brown back up front for the first time in a while. Since the first stage, at least, he is behind Jason Grimes, and he's giving him a push for the race lead. Grimes with the lead with the more momentum. He's side by side with Poole. Case and White up the track to block. What's Grimes going to do? He's going to stay with them for now. 17 laps to go. This race drawing to a close, but we still got a long ways to go. These drivers driving extremely aggressive. Case and White down to the bottom. What's he doing? Case and White down to the bottom. Jason Grimes goes with him. He turns him. Oh my word. Case and White gets taken out by Jason Grimes. It's a huge crash. Huge crash throughout the field. Juan Rodriguez is involved. The 8 of Grady Lundberg is involved. Sam Hefner involved in another incident. A lot of really fast cars. Nick Pecori, I believe, also with some damage from that. All kinds of fast drivers with damage. But look who's up front. Landon Brown in the number 15 up front. What a shocker. First time we said his name since the first stage. He's up in the race lead. Brody pulls in second. And I wonder if Jason Grimes has any damage to that machine. Cannot tell. He might have to come into pit road. We'll have to wait and see. But let's go back and watch a replay of that, because so many things happened. So many things happened. I don't even know where to begin. Alright, so Case and White, Jason Grimes. We're nose to tail on the outside lane. You see Landon Brown in that 15 behind him. Brody Poole on the inside lane. Grimes goes down. White blocks. And Landon Brown got to the outside of Grimes, so Grimes is trying to get in behind Case and White, just didn't quite get clear. I believe that's what happened. Don't believe that was ill-intentioned at all. We'll watch that again to try to get a little bit better of a camera angle. Here we go. Alright, so here's a little bit better of an angle. Okay, we'll get there eventually. Maybe I'll speed this part up. Alright, right there. So Case and White went down, or Jason Grimes went down. Case and White blocks right here. So White blocks. Grimes goes to go back up to the outside, but Landon Brown has already got a corner panel, or he hasn't yet. Grimes believes that Landon Brown already has a corner panel to the outside, even though he doesn't. So Grimes is trying to get in behind Case and White, who is losing a lot of momentum. before Brody Poole gets in there, and Grimes just misjudges the gap and turns Kason White into the outside lane, right into the door of the number 59. And it's just on from there. A lot of drivers involved in this wreck. See, Sam Ballard Jr., well, nice avoidance through the first part of the wreck. Nowhere to go in the second part of the wreck. A lot of good cars taken out in this event. And you see Sam Hefner going up on his roof. As well. Lands on his feet, though. Lands on his tires, though. It's pretty impressive.
Well, now that we've unpacked that, we are under caution for the 5th time. With not a lot of laps to go. Lights on the pace car are off. We are all single file once again.
It's Landon Brown, Jason Grimes, Brody Poole, and Michael Sexton. That's your top 4. Jesse Moody in the number 98. First time I've said his name all day. Tyler Cook up there. It's been a while since he's been up here. Pace car leading them down the backstretch. And it's going to be a very intense race to the end. How many laps do we got left? Well, it looks like we're going to have 13, I believe. 13 laps to go. Can Landon Brown hold on? Can Jason Grimes take the lead back? Can somebody from behind him pull an upset after not being in the front all race? Or can one of those drivers who's been fast all night involved in that wreck, such as Jose Rodriguez, can one of those drivers come back up to the front? Pace car to pit road. Here we go. Brown on the inside. Grimes on the outside. Green flag in the air. Outside lane. Huge shakeup. Not able to do anything. Landon Brown to the race lead. Brody Poole in a second. 63 of Cook dives down to the bottom. Outside lane is just Grimes and Sexton all by themselves. Oh, Brody gets a little bit loose there. I believe he clipped the apron. That's going to allow the outside lane to get a little bit of a run on him. Here comes Jason Grimes. He's outside of Jesse Moody. He's got that 14 of Sexton behind him. Side by side. Big run on the outside. Here comes Grimes. Oh, they almost wreck. Great save back there by Stoneheiser. They're still moving around. Here's Grimes trying to get to the outside of Brody Poole. He does. He's got a quarter panel on him. He's got a quarter panel. He's got a run. Here comes Jason Grimes with a push from the 14. Landon Brown, what's he going to do? Is he going to stay low or is he going to block? Grimes with a run. He takes the lead. Huge run on the outside. Inside lane falling apart. Behind him, Grimes moves down. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. We'll have to wait and see. But outside lane, outside lane starting to fade off for a second. But here it comes. Biting back, Michael Sexton. on point. 12, make that 11 laps to go here at Daytona. Sexton with the race lead, trying to hold on. Jason Grimes on the bottom. Landon Brown coming up behind Grimes, trying to give him a little bit of a push. Outside lane, nose to tail, though. They've got a good formation going. Here's Dustin Marr, another driver we haven't mentioned all race long, up to second now. He and Sexton move down to the bottom. Aaron Zongi in the 13 is now the leader of the outside lane. Not sure how long that's going to last. But look who else we got up here in the top 10 again. Juan Rodriguez. Or Jose Rodriguez. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. Kevin Battery gets hammered by somebody. Then the 84, David Glass, also with an incident. Around, I should say. We'll see what we can figure out, if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, the 8 goes for an aggressive move. Actually, I'm not sure what the 8 was thinking. Comes up the track, turns Glass into the 94, and then the 94 is on the apron and still gets his rear end completely caved in by another driver. Not sure what happened there either. But definitely not what these drivers wanted to see. So we get our 6th caution flag of the day. We're going to have... let's see, how many laps will we have left? I don't know. It's gonna be like 6 or 7 laps to go or 6 to 7 laps to go when we go back to green. Michael Sexton, your race leader. Dustin Marr in 2nd. Jason Grimes in 3rd. Aaron Zongi in 4th. Landon Brown in 5th. Ryder Emerson, another driver we haven't mentioned all race long. He is in 6th. Jose Rodriguez up to 7th. Brody Poole in 8th. Tyler Cook in 9th. And Jesse Moody is running in the 10th position. Alrighty, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll go for a short side-by-side. We'll just step away here for a quick second. And we'll be right back to bring you the ending of the season opener of the Frosty's Racing Community Truck Series. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go back to green. They're lined up side by side. Lights on the pace car are off. And we are going to have a mere 6 or 7, I believe it's 6 laps to go. I'm not the best at that. Going to have about 6 laps to go here in the season opener of the Frosty's Racing Community Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. Special thanks to all of the people coming out and supporting the live stream and this league and Fearless Broadcasting. Appreciate all of you. This could not happen without all of y'all's support. Michael Sexton is your race leader. Dustin Marr is in second. Third place is Jason Grimes in fourth place. It's going to be Aaron Zongi, and we are here ready for a nail-biter of a finish. Here we go, through turns 3 and 4. Pace car diving down the pit road. Sexton waiting for the restart zone. Up through the gears he goes. Great flag in the air. Great jump. Outside lane does not go. Jason Grimes is second. The forward down of Marr down to the bottom outside lane is not there at all. Here we go. 6 laps to go. It's Sexton, Grimes, Marr, and Landon Brown back up to fourth. Landon Brown and that number 15 goes high. Marr blocks. And Grimes blocks. Sexton blocks. Everybody to the outside. Now back to the bottom. Landon Brown goes high. He gets to the outside of Marr. Grimes goes in front of him. What's Brown gonna do? He pushes Grimes. No, he doesn't. 3 wide. Grimes tries to block. Not able to. He squeezes it in there. 3 wide for the lead. Jason Grimes tried to block. Wasn't able to. And now Landon Brown to the race lead, but the door banging. He made a move, but was it too early? We still got 5 full laps to go here at Daytona. They're racing hard. They're wrecking. Grimes gets put in the wall. Pole goes around in front of the field. Big crash in the back. And the caution is out. And Sam Ballard Jr. is struggling back there. He's still trying to save that car. Alright, he got it straight. He got it straight. What a restart, and what a move by Sam Ballard. Or not Sam Ballard. What a move by Landon Brown to move up towards the race lead 3 wide right before the 7th caution flag of the day came out. And we'll get, if we can, we'll go back and watch that replay, but we'll need to figure out what caused that wreck way back there. We saw Brody Poole go sideways. I'm not entirely sure what caused it. See the 3 wide in front of him. He goes up high. It's a 98 behind him. Grimes gets to make contact. I think that was, if we scroll back a little bit. So Grimes gets put in the wall right there. Poole sees that Grimes is put in the wall. He tries to dive down, but the 98's below him. So a little bit of contact is made. And that just is too much contact. Poole overcorrects again. That will just spin the 78, or the 19, around. Takes a piece off the 84, a piece off the 78. Oh, big hits to Case and White and the 94. And I think that's 24 back there. So multiple drivers taken out by that number 19 going around. And then there was a secondary spin in front of that involving Sam Ballard Jr. While that was happening, So Sam Ballard Jr., where is he? There it is, 97. So the 22 goes to the bottom. It's just an aggressive move. There was room, but there wasn't quite enough room. And that will take out the 97 for a period of loop-de-loops. As he tries to hold on to it. Not quite able to. Tries to hold on to it again. And not quite able to. Then finally gets it back going the right direction. Definitely some exciting racing here at Daytona. But while we're still here, while we have some time, how about we go back and watch this pass for the lead? We'll go back. We'll try to go back a few laps. Let's see. How far back do we go? A little bit further back than this. Alrighty. This was probably the move of the race by Landon Brown. Watch him go. He goes to the outside of Marr. Grimes goes with him right there. They're driving around on the outside, but Landon Brown, he's like, no, I want to be the head of the outside lane. He takes a 3 wide on Grimes. Grimes tries to block. Can't quite get there in time. And Landon Brown takes a 3 wide. Takes the race lead. And nobody gets involved in an incident until Jason Grimes gets put in the wall by somebody further back the track. Definitely a very gutsy move by that number 15 of Landon Brown. As we're under caution once again here at Daytona. It's been a very wild race, but it's been a very entertaining one to watch. First 2 stages went by with only a few incidents. The last 20 laps or so have been a little bit more caution ridden, but it's still been very fun to watch. Lights off on the pace car is going to be Michael Sexton on the bottom. Landon Brown on the outside lane, right where his truck likes it. And he got Aaron Zongi on the bottom. Behind him, Dustin Marr on the outside in 4th. Jose Rodriguez in 5th. 6th place will be Jason Grimes. Hopefully he does not have too much damage on the side of that machine, because I know he did hit the wall relatively hard and at a high speed. So hopefully that car is still good to go. It's gonna be a shootout, boys. It's gonna be a 2-lap shootout. So a natural green-white checkered. Basically, all they have to do is make it around to the white flag. And then the next flag will end the race. Sexton on the bottom. A Brown on the outside. Keep an eye on that number 18 as well. Jason Grimes has been up front all day. He's been very aggressive all day. That third row in general has been up front and aggressive all day. And definitely keep an eye on both that 92 and especially that number 18 up there on the outside. And I'm sure he's not too happy on Landon Brown for taking him 3 wide right there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Brown is taking everybody 3 wide. The question is anybody going to push him? We'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Through the restart zone, through the gears. Great flag over Sexton. He gets a good jump. Brown, though, he's staying with him. Good hookup on the outside lane. Inside lane, it's not quite formed up the way it needs to be. Can Landon Brown. He's got to run. He's got a big push from the 4 of Marr. He's got a big push from the 4 of Marr. Here's Grimes. And look at White coming up there on the outside lane. Wait a little bit further back. Keep an eye out for that third lane. But up front, Landon Brown with the lead over Sexton. Dustin Marr doing a great job of pushing up. Oh, he goes wide. Landon Brown gets taken 3 wide. Dustin Marr wants the spot. Coming through the white flag. Dustin Marr with the racing lead. Can he hold on to it? White flag in the air here at Daytona. It's a dead heat between Dustin Marr and Michael Sexton. Side by side. 4 or 5 rows deep. 3 wide further back. Marr falling back. Outside lane. It doesn't have a run yet. But here comes Grimes. He's going to get to the back bumper of Marr. Big push. He goes to the outside. 3 wide for the second position. Here's Juan Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez, they're ranking behind him. Jose's still in it, though. It's going to be 3 wide for the race lead. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Dustin Marr with the lead. Grimes trying to take it. He's got it. They're wrecking. Big wreck for the race lead. And Grady Lundberg will steal it here at Daytona. What a finish here at Daytona. Grady Lundberg steals it after Grimes and Marr wreck each other out. What a finish. I'm speechless after that finish. I don't know what to say. Ryder Emerson will come home in second. Nick Pecori limps it home in the third position. Great recovery by that number 22 today. Aaron Zongi in fourth. Tyler Cook in fifth. Jesse Moody sixth. Dustin Marr and Jason Grimes will come home seventh and eighth. But the 8 of Grady Lundberg will take the win in an upset fashion here at Daytona. My, oh my. I'd love to do some interviews of these drivers. I don't see anybody available though, so. Well, we will hang out a little bit just in case somebody does want to hop in. Grady Lundberg burning it down, and he will join us up in the broadcast booth. Hey, Grady, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great tonight.
What were you thinking coming to that checkered flag? And did you ever think it could have been you when you were going through 3 and 4?
I did not think that was my race to win there at the end. I thought I was having a great race all race long. I had a really bad pit stop going from, I believe it was 6, maybe slid into my box and fell down to the back in the 20s. And, oh my goodness, just fought through it all night long. And what a finish. Wow, I did not think I could win the race.
Well, you were up in the
front. I'm going to have to go watch that again.
We're going to have to go watch that. Still not entirely sure what happened, but you take home the checkered flag. What momentum is that going to... What are you going to be able to take coming into the next couple weeks with this monumental win?
I hope that brings some momentum. Yeah, that feels great.
Well, that is Grady Lundberg. Upset victory here at Daytona. Continuing to burn it down here on the front stretch. We're also joined in the booth by Ryder Emerson in second. Same question to you, Ryder. Coming through 3 or 4, did you have any idea that you could have come home in top 3?
No, I'm back there. I was P7 behind 2 rows of 3 wide, so I'm just thinking maybe I'll luck out. Maybe I'll somehow get top 5. And the next thing you know, there's a huge wreck. I'm able to squeeze through it untouched, basically. You know, I would love to win, but I'll take P2. That's not bad at all. So, pretty good.
You're definitely you were one of those drivers that we didn't see up in the front for most of the race. Were you just taking care of your truck, or is it just really tough competition out here?
Yeah, so that was kind of by design. I knew whenever I needed to be fast, I could be. But also, first 80 laps or so, I'm thinking, all right, they're probably going to wreck. So I just sat in the back, kind of waited to wreck us out. And whenever it was time for me to move, I started moving a lot more aggressively, and so I made it up there.
Well, congratulations on a second place finish for you. Cannot wait to watch you next week. Last but not least, we got Nick Pecori up here in the booth. Can you hear me, Nick? I believe he does have his microphone muted at the moment. Well, while we're waiting on Nick to show up, let's go back and watch a replay of that last lap. Oh, there he is. There he is. How you doing, Nick?
Great. First race here at FRC. It was a lot of fun. A lot of great racing. So.
You had a really fast truck all race long, and you and Case and White especially were able to really put it up against that outside lane and stay up front for most of the race until an unlucky caution. Just talk us through your race in general, and yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say apologize to 97 there. That last caution, the caution didn't drop and it just kept going there. So that's on me. I'll send him a message later. But yeah, just the truck was fast all night. Really loved the high side. I'm getting that side draft there, and me and Seven got linked up for a good stretch there, and we had a good thing going. Took the bottom there when he got up front, so I kind of got caught up in there, and unfortunately got turned, had to fix some damage. I got caught watching the pack run away from me there without the draft, so I was just hoping for that late caution and get lucky, so I did, or that happened, and real fortunate, and just worked my way up.
You think you could have had a better chance to win if you had it gotten turned earlier in the race?
I don't know. You saw the end of the race there. It was chaos. I just linked up I saw a Ram in front of me, and I'm like, I'm just going to hook up with this Bill Elliott paint scheme in front of me and just pray. And I saw the wreck, go towards the left there, so I just took the high side and prayed. So that's all you can do at Daytona.
Well, congratulations on a third-place finish, and cannot wait to watch you next week at Chicagoland.
Can't wait. Take care.
Alrighty, now that we've gotten all those interviews done and over with, before we hop off of here for the night, let's go ahead and watch the replay of that last lap, because I know that all you people watching are waiting for that. Completely shocker of a finish here. But we saw. We'll go ahead and focus on Michael Sexton here. It was 3 wide going through turns 3 and 4, and somehow they managed to keep it 3 wide until they wrecked going into the tri-oval. And I guess it's time to see what happened. Here we go. So right there. So Jose Rodriguez, big push to Dustin Marr. Dustin Marr is all over the place, having a really hard time holding on to his truck. Goes up the track, right. Okay, so he's side by side with Grimes right here. Where did they make contact? We'll go ahead and move it to a more overhead view here. Oh, right there. It wasn't even Dustin Marr's fault. The Tyler Cook machine actually was kind of offset from the 18. Actually turned Dustin Marr into Jason Grimes. That took out all of those drivers. Somehow, Ryder Emerson makes it through. They go in the grass. They go flipping. What a finish here at Daytona. And one more last quick replay. We're going to hop on board with your race winner, Grady Lundberg, for the white flag lap. Or for at least part of the white flag lap. Here we go. Nowhere to go in front of him. Completely 3 wide. But through the chaos, somehow Grady Lundberg comes through. Nobody in front. And will take the checkered flag in an upset victory here at Daytona. What a finish here from the Frosty's Racing Community Truck Series season opener. Thank you all for tuning in with us here. This is Fearless here from Fearless Broadcasting. Special thanks to our sponsors, especially JS Studios, the Charity Cup Series, and Premier Racing Setups, Puffy Swag Shop, Goose's Rattlecan Shop, and special thanks to the Frosty's Racing community for having us on board. And special thanks to the Advanced Auto Parts of Washington Courthouse for coming on board and supporting the Truck Series. Be sure to check out Milky1414 on Twitch, and special thanks to Great Divide Motorsports and Joey Guys Collectibles. Those are just other sponsors of the Frosty's Racing community. But thank you for tuning in. Be sure to come back next week. We'll be same time, same place. Ben will be up here in the booth instead of me, but we will be at Chicagoland Speedway for another exciting race here with the Frosty's Racing community. Advanced Auto Parts Truck Series. And until next time, this is Fearless signing off. Good night, folks.